I keep telling you, Tariq Nasheed needs and depends on these documentaries. It's 90% of his income. He's already talking about creating another documentary because he has to get you prepared to give him $100,000 or better. I keep telling you, he needs this every year, every 12 months. His mortgage alone is almost $5,000. So you do the math. Where is the money coming from? This nigga, he doesn't have a job. You have to constantly have money coming in because you're constantly spending. Every month you have a certain amount of bills that you have to pay, or they start to cut things off. You got electricity, you got insurance, you got whatever other utility bills that you have, not to mention cable, and I already said insurance and car payment, and he might have several car payments. What else? Of course, the mortgage itself and expenses. And I mean, it's just money that's going out all the time. And when you live high like he does, these bills are increased times 10. So the normal person paying what? Maybe a $200 electrical bill times 10 for Tariq Nasheed. Because that fucking $1 million condo really takes some juice to fucking power. So he's kicking out some money. And how is he getting this money? From the people. That's why he started earlier than expected with this brand new idea for a documentary. He's getting the people ready to give him the money. I wouldn't doubt that this one is already finished as well. Let's go back to 1804. And I've said this before, but I want you to really think about this. When has this nigga had time to work on 1804? Did you actually see and view him working on this? I mean, he never showed a whole lot of clips of him actually in the work environment. He showed one clip that looked like a fucking fake, a fucking setup. Some nigga in the woods with some old ass fucking costume. One nigga in the woods and him, and that's it. And he wanted that to pass as a work environment. He wanted that to pass as, oh yeah, he working on 1804. This is ridiculous. This man has been getting over on all of you for quite some time. It's time to let him know that he can never do it again. Don't give him any money on this brand new reason to beg for money, because that's all it is. He could care less about 1804. He could care less about Haiti. He could care less about hidden colors and black history. And he just brings out all that information so that you will pay him for it. And if you must have this information, you can look it up the same place that he did, on the internet. He doesn't know any more than you do. But because you put this nigga on a pedestal, you act as if he does. But he doesn't. It's time that you start to figure all this out. It's time that you wake up and be responsible for yourself. Stop letting people get over on you. You're smarter than that. The money that you give him, imagine that money going towards something that counts. All the millions of dollars that he has stolen from the people. We shouldn't have any problems concerning our society. All of them should have been solved a long time ago. But because the money is going in the wrong direction, the problems will never be solved. And they'll continue to get worse and worse and worse until they start affecting all of you that's listening. And then you're going to want some help from anybody, but nobody will respond. I guarantee you. When I called this out, I knew that by the end of the year, he'll be announcing another documentary because he needs it. And believe me, he was trying to figure out how he could avoid this. Because number one, it makes me right. He can't prove me wrong. And he had to make a decision. Am I going to try to prove Keyboard wrong? Or should I just ignore that and go ahead and get my paper? Because, see, it's important to get that paper because he has a family to take care of, as well as himself. So he just ignored that I was already right. Now do you believe what I've been saying? Now do you believe that this man is totally dependent on the people for every dime that he gets, that he collects? He doesn't make it, and he damn sure doesn't earn it. But I got news for him. This is it. The people are tired, whether you have been noticing or not. I know you're trying to keep your paycheck in heels, so to speak, very close to you. You know, you're trying to win over these people constantly by talking about others that tell the truth about you. You try to discredit me and others because we're telling the truth about you. He wouldn't have ever mentioned me if I wasn't getting something done when it came to this. If I wasn't reaching anyone at all, he wouldn't waste his time. But because I'm reaching so many people, he had to mention me. He had to say something to try to get people to stop listening. And this man attacks me every single day. And this is how he does it. He reports me to YouTube every single day. But it's okay. It's okay. Because I know that eventually it's going to be done. And there's nothing that he can do about it. The people will walk away from him on their own. It's time to wisen up now. Stop giving your money to Tariq Nasheed. Stop giving your money to Tommy Sotomayor. Stop giving your money to any of these clowns. If you must give money away, give it to something that counts. Give it to something that's going to improve things instead of just improving one person's life that don't even need it, that can go out and work for themselves. These are lazy ass niggas that don't want to work for themselves. They want to depend on you. They want you to take care of them. They're not men. They call themselves men. You're not men. You can't even depend on yourself. If these people stop giving money toward documentaries and stop giving fucking donations for this and that, these niggas would fucking starve, man. I'm telling you, he would lose that condo. As a matter of fact, I'm going to guarantee you something. Within 2 years, Tariq Nasheed won't have a motherfucking thing. I guarantee you. He's going to lose everything. When the people stop giving him money, I'm telling you, he think he can go to another hustle and he can go to, you know, something else over here and something else over there. This is the last hustle that will generate that type of money. I guarantee you. This is it right here. It's nothing after this, man. That's why he's hanging on to it. That's why instead of leaving YouTube because he's pissed off that they are trying to so-called silence him, instead of leaving YouTube, he created 2 more channels. Why? Why did he do this? Because he needs YouTube. He understands that he needs YouTube to pull in that money. Without YouTube, people wouldn't give him nowhere close to $100,000 for a fucking documentary. If he had to solely depend on a fucking website, and he lied about not being able to find somebody to create a website, come on, man. You claim to have all this